bears in the area have been tagged with radio tracking devices. If you can snag enough of them, we should be able to set up a receiver array around Jean. The first step is crawling into that bear cave and stealing the goods.
I'm on it.
Alright, here we are. There and back again with Sly Cooper.
The radio transmitters have all been tagged in their mouths. You'll have to sneak up and pickpocket it while they're yawning.
Sounds safe.
Stay clear of the thin, crackly ice. Walking on it is sure to wake the bears.
There it goes, chat's
Keep that
working.
in mind.
Yeah, this is one that is actually not trial and error. You just gotta not run and just use your environment correctly. Oh, that was close. I know, radio receivers in Bear's Mouth. Never thought about that. Alright, you should be. Oh, crap. Try again. Come on. That's right, that's what I'm supposed to do. Alright, there we go. Got it. Come on, open up. There we go.
Only you could have pulled that off. Head outside and I'll fill you in on... Only you could have pulled that off. Head outside and I'll fill you in on the next step. To form a receiver array, you'll have to place the radio transmitters in precise locations around Jean Bissant's base of operations.
Seems easy enough.
Once you're in position, hit the circle button to place the transmitter.
It's not like I've done anything else but the circle button before, Bentley.
team managed to clear-cut 128 acres of forest. Not bad considering they had to kill all them badgers to do it, eh? But now, the gold lumberjack team, bless their hearts, those boys chopped down 211 acres. Y'all hear that? 211 acres of progress. Almost brings a tear to my eye when I think about how much wilderness y'all have tamed. Keep up the good work, fellas. Not long till we can start putting up those track homes. Yeah.
Yeah, don't ask me why they want one down here. It doesn't make sense, but then it does.
The array's up and running.
And this is where we go get the book.
Sly, I've detected what appears to be an ancient guide to log chopping that might be useful for the lumberjack games. Unfortunately, it's frozen deep in an ice wall.
How are we supposed to get to it? Wait for more global warming?
That industrial laser is used to cut through petrified logs. If it could be bounced out that window, with your help, I should be able to harness its energy to melt the ice wall and free the book.
How do I redirect that thing?
There should be a switch on the other side of this wall. Throw it and then head outside. If I did my math right, and I always do my math right,
Alright,
then
let's
the
go.
combination has got to be 583. Gadzooks, that's a nice one.
Ah, the lightning spin, which would later kind of be the upgraded version in Slide 3.
You keep a steady watch. A prowler's been spotted. We can't afford to have any of the
Now comes the
Now, to
fun
get
part,
that
or
laser pointed at the ice wall, you'll need to alter its direction with the crystals I put in your pouch.
I see. I just walk to where the laser stops, place a crystal, and it'll bounce the beam to a new position. That log chopping book is as good as ours.
ah! Go back up. Come on. There we go.
Stand clear, Sly. Something else is coming out of the deep freeze.
A woolly
I've
mammoth.
never seen such a
Be
majestic
just a creature,
So
so full of life,
so ready
so
to
ready to live.
So much for that. He's back in the deep freeze.
Cheer up, pal. We got the log chopping guide.
Alright, now we gotta switch to Murray and do his job. I'll just go this way. Murray's mission is actually kind of fun for this one, because you get to use the bear to take out all of our objectives. Oh, come on. There we go.
That several off-duty guards meet in that cabin for an
Well, that's the
RC
next one.
combat club.
This is going to be great. I haven't been in any RC combat since that job we pulled in Istanbul. It was awesome.
Here we go.
Those guards will never let you into the combat club without a disguise. That old moosehead should do the trick. Only there's no way for you to get up there. Hide out in this barrel while I send in Sly to steal the head.
I know. He fits so...
Sly, if you can get the stuffed moosehead without being detected, Murray should be able to join the RC Combat Club without raising any suspicion.
Oh no, I don't want. Yeah, I'm supposed to go this way. You don't want to hurt the guards. Because you want to go around them. Oh boy, almost a flashlight. Oh, alright, I was supposed to crawl underneath, but whatever. Oh, whoa, whoa. Thank goodness for the rewind feature. Just go underneath here. Wait, I think I got it.
Murray, heads up.
Hey, fellas. Any of you guys think you can beat the the moose? Maybe put a bet on it.
Oh, I'm in, eh? I ain't got a lot of money for this wager, but there's no way I'd lose to a new guy like you, huh?
See, that's
That
fun.
RC combat drone takes some skill to control. Steer with the left analog stick and hold down the X button for gas. After you collect the fallen ammo, press the square button to fire its turret. Here's a pro tip. You can only aim the turret while you're stopped.
Oh, crap. Okay, that's terrible. Come on, come on. Dodge it. Got him now.
Money, but I ain't got no money.
That might be okay. It all depends.
Depends on
Depends on what?
On whether or not you know the location of the Northern Light Battery.
Oh, well, I guess I owe you.
So we're almost there.
After reading through the log chopping guide, it's become painfully clear that to win in the lumberjack games, we'll have to cheat. Now, I've constructed a plan that hinges around us acquiring an eagle's egg, which is more difficult than you'd think. First, Murray needs to lure a bear into taking out the local oil mains. Once destroyed, the pressurized oil should ignite and create updrafts, which Sly will then use to paraglide over to the eagle's nest, grab an egg, and then head back to the safe house. Thanks to Murray's undercover work in the RC Combat Club, we've learned that the northern location if we're going to hide inside it to sneak onto Arpeggio's blimp. First, we'll short the battery with grapple lines on local boats. Then, we'll all break into the lighthouse and sever the power flow to the battery. That way it won't recharge. Given my electrical engineering background, this plan has a 97% chance of success. Pretty good, huh?
The other 3% zapped.
If we're gonna get an eagle egg,
Here
you'll
we go.
first have to destroy all the local oil mains.
It looks pretty sturdy. The Murray is strong, but his fists can't punch through metal.
No problem. See that old bear down there? His name is Grizzleface. The guards ignore him because he's blind and practically nerve dead, except for his sense of smell. If that old guy smells fish, there's no stopping him. Use Grizzleface to take out the oil mains.
But I don't smell like fish. Do I? How can I lure him around?
Bentley's taken up a post along the river. He'll keep tossing bombs into the water, and the fish should get blown sky high. Plenty should land near your position.
So you want me to throw a fish at the oil mains so that old Grizzleface will knock him apart?
That's the idea. You might even try throwing fish at the guards. Might improve their odor. Nice work. Trot old Grizzleface over to the next oil main by luring him with fish.
Oh, come on. See, now they're running. Here he comes.
Grizzleface has caught the scent. He's coming. That bear can run pretty fast. He's on the way.
Should be around here somewhere. There he is.
Exposed, Sly's all set up for a paragliding job off the lighthouse.
Alright, here we go. Alright, let's go to Bentley. Oh, wait, no. I gotta go the other way. But then you can do Sly in 2 in 1 go.
We can trust Murray's informant. That...
To prepare it for travel, we'll have to drain off its northern light energy. By attaching a boat's grappling hook to the top of the silo, we should be able to deplete power from the battery.
Murray's in position to help throw you out onto the boat.
Once on board, I'll hack into its steering controls and move the vessel close enough to fire its grappling hook.
Okay, I'll climb on top of the silo and attach the hooks. How many grappling lines will it take to drain the battery?
3 should suffice. Once the first line's attached, Murray and I will commandeer another boat. You should stay in position.
Finally, I get the easy gig.
I'm all set to throw you to that boat. These days, my aim is impeccable.
Just gotta aim correctly, and there we go.
Now to hack the steering controls.
And you want to use upper pack, go right ahead. Dun, 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 dun. Come on. There we go. 1.
Nice work hacking the autopilot. That boat's heading into position. I'm already on top of the silo. Shoot the grappling hook up to me, and I'll make sure it gets attached to the battery.
Oh my god. Come on. This time for sure. A little higher then. Too low. Now we got it. A little bit to the left. Oh my god. Am I just bad right now? Am I bad right now?
The hook's
Gotta
in
go a
place.
little higher.
You guys should head out for another boat before anyone picks up on what we're doing.
Do the hacking minigame again, but this time, the music will pick up a bit faster. Let's get in, let's get in, let's get in!
The second hook's in place. One more grapple line to go, and this thing will be on empty.
Here, watch this. Oh, really? There we go.
I was wondering what happened to that guy. Guess he just prefers to be frozen.
Alright, here we go. Oh my god, no. Ah! There we go. Come on, come on, come on. Got it. Oh, I forgot. That's the only one you can actually, like, sink into the floor.
That did it. With the battery chamber empty, we'll be all set to move in.
Boom, 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 boom. Well, not exactly. Still gotta do Sly's last two jobs, and then the lumberjack games. I was wondering what my dad was doing upstairs. Yeah, he's just watching sports. Alright, the last two are up there, so let's do it. Obviously, we'll do the battery, and then, since you're already in the lighthouse, what to do is just climb on up.
That lighthouse is the conduit for collecting the northern lights. We need to shut it down, or the silo battery will continue to fill with energy, making it impossible for us to stow away inside.
So, you want me to go in there and bust the thing up? Sounds like work for Murray.
Actually, this job will require all three of our skills. The front door is locked, and
All right, see you on the ground floor.
Basically, you go in, open up the door. Bentley has to hack the computer while you keep him safe. And then you also gotta destroy stuff too as well.
nice climbing, Sly. You've made it up to the hatch.
Well, it wasn't that hard. And don't just think, oh, you could just jump down. Like, no, there's some pretty dang good security here.
Hey there, all you working the lighthouse. Hello, teams are coming. Make sure to practice up. Ice wall climbing and log rolling. This is a great event to honor those pioneer lumberjacks who paved the way. Without them, we wouldn't have those wholesale clear-cutting techniques we enjoy today. That's it. Keep your axes sharp.
Yeah, go away, go away. There we go.
Pal. Just let me at that Northern Light attractor. It'll be slag in minutes.
Not quite that simple, Murray. I'll reverse the energy flow from the control computer while you lift the main circuit breaker. That should give Sly a short window of opportunity to climb up the power lines and overload the system from the top.
Up, down, up, down. They should put an elevator in this place.
Oh shit. And you're actually on a timer for this one. You want to be quick.
Get climbing, Sly. We can't keep this thing reversed forever.
Yeah, this is heavier than it looks.
And you're saying, wait, was that simple? Yeah, it's simple enough. Alright, let's go get that eagle egg to the lumberyard games. The lumberjack games, but what did I say, lumberyard? The lumberjack games, and then do the final episode.
In the lumberjack games, we'll need to enlist the help of the giant Canadian eagles. Their nest is out on that iceberg. Steal one of the eggs, and then bring it safe. We'll use it to direct the eagle's protective instincts against
Half a mile through freezing water.
Why swim when you can paraglide? When the oil main's all destroyed, the pent-up combustible materials have just caught fire.
I see. The updraft created by the flame should give me some extra altitude.
Just make sure to stay out of the fire. Get too close and old Grizzleface will be eating barbecued raccoon for dinner.
That's a charming image, Bentley.
Alright. But you gotta hit them all in order. You miss one, you know, barbecue Sly Cooper. And that's why we destroyed all the all the mechanism ahead of time. So again, I can easily do this mission instead of going, oh, I didn't do the Murray's mission. Yeah, it's easier to do this all in one go, really. Alright, high as you can, then just keep on going. Don't worry, you'll make it. But if you're on the phone talking to somebody, you'll go, oh man, I just burnt slime. Don't worry, you'll be fine. Again, a lot of this stuff today you would be saying, or some people saying, really? This is what you guys consider to be fun? It is fun. Even as a kid, love this. Even as an adult, still love it. Because I'm like, man, you're paragliding to an island, but someone would say, can't you just shortcut by going from the other one? No, not really, because you don't have enough height. You need to get all the height. But now, since you have the eagles, avoid the eagles.
Don't look friendly.
You'll make it, don't worry. They will homie attack you. But you dodge them, there we go.
Excellent job. If you could get that eagle egg back to the safe house, we'll be all set for the lumberjack games.
Try not to take any damage with the eagle egg. Otherwise, you just start back from the checkpoint.
Great work, Sly.
That is. Now let's start the heist.
The lumberjack games are upon us. Now, despite Murray's study of the log chopping guide, none of us are skilled enough to beat Jean Basson at his own game.
Yes.
So, though it pains me to say it, we'll have
We'll
to
have
cheat.
to cheat.
Murray, you'll participate in the power log chopping competition. Get us a good score, and then let Basson up for his turn. While he's chopping, I'll sneak the eagle egg into his trousers, and the protective parents should disturb his axe swings. Sly, given your ascension skills, I've signed you up for the ice wall climb. We'll keep Basson from beating your score by pulling him off the wall with some nearby grappling lines. And finally, I'll represent our team in the log rolling competition.
Basically, you're going to have to cheat. And if things don't go your way, you'll still have to cheat.
Okay, guys, let's head down there and win those talons from Jean Bisson.
And again,
Sly,
if you
try
do...
to keep a low profile when we get close. We don't want him to recognize you. Excuse me, sir. We humble
This year's first event will be a power chopping contest.
Let's just get through this already.
Like anyone's ever going to beat my record, but let them try.
Oh, crap.
You need to chop strong if you hope to beat me.
There we go.
Bad, Hippo. But watch and learn as I destroy that log without even breaking a sweat.
Okay, Bentley, you're on. Plant the eagle egg on Bassan, and the angry eagle parent should swoop in and throw off his axe timing.
Oh yeah, you have to dodge them. Don't ask me why they did this. Even back in the day as a kid, I was like, why would you have me do this? Oh. Oh, he's breakdancing now. Alright, come on. Yeah, even on the ice, you have to dodge them. Here they come. Here we go. We're about to. It's like, whoa! Zero. You gave up.
What? I think you better rethink them scores, boys. What you intended to give me was perfect tens, right?
Yes, sir. Tens. You did break the law.
So your pink friend knows how to handle an axe. Let's see how you handle a vertical wall of ice.
Once again, you are time. Go. Try that again.
That's about what I expected from a raccoon.
Oh, wow.
That sad cane of yours isn't helping you any.
Really? So here we go. There we go. Now we got it.
Good for a scrawny raccoon.
Cool.
Now, watch and learn as I demonstrate the art of power climbing.
Hurry! Use those grapples to hook onto Bisson. You will need to hook him with all 3 lines to pull him off the wall.
Technically speaking, he is cheating. He's using the talons. What?
King of the mountain!
There it is.
pulled the wrong cards again. Did I ever tell any of
You
you
got
the
the
story
story
about the
about-
judge from last year's competition who mistakenly gave me a score
Other than 10.
I see we're tied with only one event to go. Unfortunately for you, I've saved my best event for the last. The spinning log competition.
Okay, looks easy enough. I just need to stay out of the water.
But don't use your jetpack. They will go in a certain order every single time. See how it tricks you a little bit? There it is.
You're one lucky turtle, I'll give you that. But now, watch how a skilled
Skilled
logger does
log.
it.
This is crazy. John Bisson's got those judges so intimidated, there's no way he can lose.
You're right, Murray. Those guys need to go. Okay, I'm just making this up on the fly, but what if I were to lure the judges one by one into that cave? Once inside, you two will knock them out and take their clothes.
Ingenious! When all three judges have been restrained, we'll be able to don our disguises and take their place at the judges' table. Sly, you can use the alarm clock gadget to distract the judges and lure them into the...
That's a great plan, Sly, but you'll have to move fast. Once John Bisson finishes the log rolling event, the gig is up.
There's one. Oh my god, come on. Can't be that bad to throw. There we go. Bum, bum, bum. And this is funny, but also ironic too. 0, 0.
What? I thought I warned you judges about the consequences for incorrect scores. Wait a second. You aren't the judges I hired. It's the scrawny raccoon and his annoying friends. Well, if you want the challenge, then why don't you just take them?
Oh, my aching head. Those talons really pack a punch. Sly! Murray! Wake up!
Yeah, I'm awake, but not so loud. I have a splitting
Funny
headache.
headache.
Where are we? What's going on?
This looks like the sawmill control room. Bisson must have thrown us in here for interrogation later. I, for one, would like to escape before he returns.
It looks like we're pretty well sealed in here. Unless...
Unless what?
Unless you can fit through that hole.
I think I could squeeze through there. I'll drop down and try to free you guys from the outside.
Oh boy.
If there's any trouble, I'll call with this walkie-talkie. You might be able to help me with these sawmill controls.
While you guys do that, I'll try prying open that steel door. Given enough time, I might be able to make some progress.
Sounds like a plan. Good luck, Bentley. And remember to shout if I can help you from up here.
Bentley, you okay? I can't see you from in here, but I heard the fall.
I'll be fine.
Fine.
Just give me a moment to catch
And
my...
probably the best revelation.
Well now, Candy Britches. I should have figured a puny turtle like you'd find a rat hole to squirm through.
Well, I just dropped my glasses, had to come pick them up.
I ain't like you, boy. I ain't stupid. When y'all were unconscious, me and my boys paid a visit to your hideout and found all them clockwork parts. Lucky thing, too. Arpeggio is willing to plunk down a king's ransom for the whole lot. I even threw in the talons.
You sold all the clockwork parts? Arpeggio has them all?
I wouldn't expect one of your kind to understand the finer points of commerce. You turtles are too
Which means,
stupid
here's the
to know
thing.
a woodcutter from a woodchuck.
That's it. Time I showed you just how stupid we turtles really are. Sly, on my command.
I hear you.
Prepare yourself, Bisson. I'll...
God!
Call out which lever I should pull.
Watch. You gotta lead him towards him. He'll follow you no matter what.
Blades!
Uh-huh.
Saw blades! Fire up! Long way!
Come on in here, boys. Let's get this varmint.
Probably one of the better soundtracks, actually.
All right.
Flame up!
10-4.
Saws! Saws!
Done.
Saws! Saws! Flame up!
There you go.
Log drop!
Well, you can't really. Since they want you to do this.
Let it go!
How's that?
Saw blades! 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 Log drop!
Yep.
Blades!
Eat dynamite, turtle.
And now he's gonna cheat.
Saw blades!
There you go.
Fire!
Bam!
Bam!
Logs! Logs!
On it.
Fire up! Blades! Blades!
Okay.
Saw blades! Cook 'em!
Come out, boys. Let's get to killing.
Killing.
Saw blades!
Oh, that missed.
Rub 'em!
Yep.
Cook 'em!
Uh-huh.
Logs!
How's that?
Damn, it did it without getting hit.
Cook 'em!
10-4.
Got him.
Tarnation. I've been done in by
Done
some
in, but
four-eyed turtle.
turtle.
Times have
Done to
changed.
change.
Once again, Brains triumph over
Over
Brawn.
bronze.
Good job, little buddy. That was some fast thinking.
Don't forget about me.
You did a great job opening that door, Murray.
Thanks.
Attention, John Bisson. Arpeggio's carrier blimp will arrive to pick up the Northern Light battery in exactly 1 minute.
Okay, enough patting ourselves on the back. If we're going to get the clockwork parts back, we need to get onto that blimp.
The silo battery isn't far. If we run, we can make it.
Enough talk, let's move!
Shake a leg. That blimp's on its way.
I mean, look how easy that was. And we're in. There's the blimp. And I like how ominous it is when you see it on the screen.
As we shut ourselves into the Northern Light battery, it became black. For a few long minutes, we just sat there in darkness. No one dared to talk for fear that Jean Bisson's men might discover where we were hiding. Time seemed to have stopped. And then, we felt it. We were being lifted up to Arpeggio's blimp.
There it is. Looks so cool.
It was all so
But also,
strange.
this is kind of depressing, too.
The focus of all our schemes had been stolen
lighting,
from us.
the
Our
narration.
clockwork parts were gone. Looking around the inside of the battery, I knew we all felt it. Failure. I was twitchy and ready for action. Any action. Bentley tried to make some sense of the situation by drawing up meaningless plans. But Murray took it the worst. He just sat there sobbing while the team van floated away over the horizon. That van was his life. I knew I'd have to find a way to make it up to him.
This is it. The man of the hour. Arpeggio. Clockwork. Anatomy for Disaster. The final episode. And we're gonna do it now. Don't care how long it takes me. We're gonna do it. And no, I won't get all the
There we
spots
were,
for this one.
heading east across
And
the
this is
Atlantic
Arpeggio's
Ocean,
backstory.
Stowaways on a giant airborne fortress. Though time
I do
was
believe
short,
the fan
we made
backstory
sure to
might be a
study
little bit
up on
better
our
'cause
unknowing host.
It adds
Arpeggio.
more to the story to make it more sadder.
While attending a prestigious boarding school, the young Arpeggio excelled in all subjects.
This is funny,
but he never
but also
managed to keep up with
very
the other boys
ironic
physically.
funny.
Sadly, his wings, due to their small size, were useless for flight.
Well, he's a pigeon, so...
Furious at his feeble body, he focused his powerful mind to search for a cure in the works of the Italian Renaissance masters. Their notebooks provided the springboard for this sinister young genius, and it wasn't long before the Claw Gang took him on as chief inventor. His talents must have been at work repurposing all the clockwork parts for their criminal schemes.
But again, how do you
And now this
know about
mastermind
this?
is in possession of all the parts. It's only a matter of time before he puts them back together. And when that happens, well, I'm not gonna let that happen.
Anatomy for Disaster. And I do like how they go on the wing, but I'm still gonna say this. The original Sly Cooper game had probably one of the best introduction for that villain. You know, that dun 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 bum 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 banana, like just the way that was done was very much scary. Like, this is the villain that's been slowly hiding in the shadows, slowly revealing himself in subtle ways to the pages. Like, every page you got from the ancestors, mostly the main ones, from Ryorichi, Tennessee Kid, the answers from Slight and Come and Otto Van Cooper, was very scary, because Otto's the only one that's shown off screen until it is later revealed that, like, oh yeah, he had, you know, clockwork as well. But it's like, wow, this guy who's really has been watching the ancestors, your entire lineage for so long. It's like, how long does it stretch back to? And again, the furthest it goes back is definitely ancient Egypt, but even then, Bob himself, in Sly Cooper 4, also had clockwork. In fact, even in Sly 4, there were hints that he very much was watching you.
Have picked up large magnetic fields radiating from inside that blimp. If Arpeggio's already started reassembling clockwork, that's where you'll find him.
Sounds good. I'm on my way.
Don't waste any time here, Sly. Get to the blimp and take some recon photos. To build a plan, we need to know how close they are to reviving clockwork.
Relax, Bentley. I've got it under control.
Yeah, and you know what? That's what makes us worried. It's clockwork, your literal nemesis. And I actually love this area a lot. Why? Look at this. We're above the clouds. You can, no matter how far these guys get, you can see Paris within the distance. Like, that's where he's going. Why is he going back to Paris? Well, Arpeggio will explain once and for all. Well, folks, are you ready to see the man of the hour?
I had no idea they could reassemble clockwork so fast!
Calm down, Bentley. He might be in one piece, but he doesn't appear to be, you know, alive. Let's stick to the format here. How about some recon photos?
You're right. We need to be informed to create a plan of action. Try to get a shot of Clockwork's head, a mech egg, and one of those spinning magnetic inducers. They seem important to the procedure, but stay away from the guards. If you get detected, we won't have time for a second chance. These magnetic inducers seem to be holding the clockwork parts together. Activity from inside those mech eggs. I wouldn't get too close.
The man of the hour, the myth, the legend, Clockwork.
Clockwork appears completely inanimate. We still might have a chance. Sly, I'm detecting voices from the front of the blimp. I think it's Arpeggio.
And
Neela? Neela's here too! There he is, the mastermind behind this blimp and the source of all our problems. I can't believe it! She must have been working with Arpeggio all along. I don't need to study those photos to see the writing on the wall. Clearly, Neela and Arpeggio have conspired together to rebuild Clockwork. And it looks like they're dangerously close to realizing their goal.
Look, Bentley, I know it's not your style, but I need a quick plan of attack. Try to think of a way, any way, to stop Clockwork from getting reassembled.
Well, those magnetic inducers seem to be holding the parts together. If you reverse their polarity, it should pull Clockwork apart. Unfortunately, the inducer speed control station is locked down tight. Pickpocket keys from the 4 patrolling guards to get at it. Then you'll need to manually reverse the polarity of each inducer deck at the top of their rotation.
Consider it done.
Here we go.
Now get to the speed control station to slow down the spinning inducers.
We're about to get to probably one of my favorite parts of the game, actually. This like literally is the final acts. But we got like 2 big setups to do.
Now
And then we're there at the
inducer
boss.
decks are spinning slower. Get up there and reverse the polarity of each deck.
I don't care how long it takes me, we're gonna do it. We're gonna finish the series with the excuse me. We're gonna finish slide 2 tonight. Yeah, you're just gonna have to climb all the way up here. Go, 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 go. Ah! Go, 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 go. Ah! Okay, come on, come on. Okay, jump. There we go, we got it. And the biggest exposition dump right now. And I will say, if you guys haven't figured out what spice is already, here it is. I'm going to lay it out to you. Drugs. Yeah, spice operation, spices here, drugs. Now, definitely in a kid-rated game back in the day, you probably couldn't get away with it, but it's a clever way. It's drugs. They're doing a whole big drug operation. Spice, drug. Going crazy and mad, drugs.
What's all this then? The magnets have
But
been
it's interesting
reversed.
how they used it.
But by Jove,
It seems to have locked the clockwork parts into place. Excellent!
Sly Cooper! Of course this would be your doing.
Ah, Mr. Cooper. No doubt you believe a reversal would
I love his
pull the
voice.
old bird apart,
Menacing.
eh? But it seems to have had quite the opposite
Opposite
effect.
effect.
I'm truly grateful. When fully powered up, I'll join myself to its circuits and be born anew.
All this because you can't fly. You're
Not
pathetic.
exactly.
Immortality. Immortality is what I seek. The other Claw Gang members were much too short-sighted. They were satisfied using the clockwork parts to drive their various trivial schemes. But not me. No. I saw them for what they really were. The keys to life eternal.
So, what? You had Neela put me on the scent back in Cairo, and then
Yep.
waited while I stole the parts from the other Claw Gang members. All the while not arousing any suspicion that you were behind it all?
You make it sound easy, Cooper. I had to carry your pathetic gang through that first set of heists. I was overjoyed
Yep.
when Arpeggio let me toss you in jail. I could finally go after the parts myself.
Ah, but acquiring all the parts was only half the equation.
Half.
Think, Cooper, what kept Clockwork alive for putting his gears and wires together was child's play, compared with accumulating that much hatred.
You can't make people hate.
Oh, my poor naive boy. My meticulous mind has found a way. As your hippopotamus friend will attest, spice consumption makes
Drug.
you both angry and susceptible to hypnosis. The Contessa, hypnotist extraordinaire, devised
Yes.
a way to command people through the use of flashing lights. I've created this blimp to be a massive transmitter of those precise light frequencies. The only problem I faced was finding a suitable source of light waves.
The Northern Lights. You've been collecting Northern Light energy so you could hypnotize everyone beneath the blimp.
Ah, hypnotize those who'd eaten food covered in illegal spice. Thank goodness for Dimitri. Through his nightclub, he got the whole city to consume the spice.
You're going to Paris to unleash a hypnotic light show of hate. That's outlandishly cruel.
Cruel, perhaps, but necessary to give Clockwork his spark of immortality. Ah well, my new body awaits me. Be a dear, Neela, and keep him covered. Ta-ta!
I love that camera.
Stupid Arpeggio. I double-crossed the Cooper gang, Interpol, and Carmelita. What made you think I wouldn't do the same to you?
There it is.
This is preposterous! You're my protege, not the next candidate for my immortality. I demand you exit the Clockwork frame or...
And that's how he goes out. Horrifying.
Behold, Clockla is born!
Oh, watch the loading screen. Watch that. That's pretty cool. Wait, they got rid of the effect?
As we all know, things are looking grim. Neela has joined herself to the Clockwork frame, and the Union has produced Clockla. She's out and free to terrorize the world. This blimp is still in motion to Paris. I could only assume Arpeggio's autopilot will activate the hate hypnosis light show. If that happens, there will be no stopping Clockla. She'll be immortal. But we still have a chance. In her new form, she'll need to draw a lot of energy from this blimp's engines to stay strong. If we can disable the engines, that should be enough to weaken her to a state in which we can attack. Getting at these engines will require all three of us to work together in perfect harmony. We've pulled off some tough jobs in the past, but they were just the warm-up round for what we'll be going through tonight.
Yep, and you do this all in... So as Bentley says, Everybody has jobs to do. So let's get to it. You'll be teaming up with everybody. In fact, if you want to read the job descriptions, here it is. Bentley and Murray team up, Sly and Bentley charge a TNT run, Murray and Sly. We'll do the TNT run, since I think that's a little bit more of a nuisance, but you gotta be done. Also, the last time you used the TNT barrel in any of the games. I'll just collect a few of them. Not really worth getting, but again, if you want to do that, do it on your own time. These are, again, optional. There you are.
This engine room is locked down tight. Since we can't get in, I figure we'll have to destroy it from the outside.
I hope you're carrying some heavy explosives, Bentley, because that engine isn't small.
It just so happens that there's a ready supply of explosives already available on the blimp. Walk one of these TNT barrels up to that engine room to destroy it.
Sounds easy enough. What's the catch?
The initial payload in that TNT barrel won't be powerful enough to do the job. If you pick up 3 magnetic chargers, you should achieve the necessary blast force to destroy the engine.
That's the catch.
Simple, really.
All right, let's blow stuff up.
That's the catch. And unfortunately, they're all around the map. With spotlights, flashlight guards, you name it. But thankfully, there's saving grace. If you so happen to get caught and die, well, you pick one of these up, you'll just restart from that point. So if I pick this up right now and get caught, I'll just start when I picked up one of the chargers. So that's a good thing. And thankfully, since this is more of an elevated playing field, you literally can, walk around and be a little bit better safe. You can kind of cheat a little bit. Just don't get caught. That's the whole point with the barrel. Don't get caught. Don't even jump out of it. So like right now, if I were to jump right now, I can cheat this shortcut. So there we go. But I gotta be careful. Thankfully, he's going to the right. Just stay put, stay put, stay put. Move away. Go away. Go away from me. I forgot this thing. Turn around. And of course, throughout all of this, Neela is watching over. I'm gonna call her Neela. So, anyway, like I said before, there's actually a bit of a backstory to Neela that was unfortunately cut from the game. So what is that backstory? Well, here's the thing. Doesn't she look similar to Rajan? Apparently, in one of the original storyline planned out for Neela, definitely she did work for Interpol. Definitely she did go to school for all that stuff. Go away. By kind of sneaking her way into Interpol. Okay, sounds cool enough. And that's a cool backstory. But we're not quite done yet. Because of that, Interpol's like, hey, we know you kind of cheated, snuck your way in here, but we are concerned about that, but at the same time, why don't you come work with us then? So it's like huh? So yeah, that's how she got into Interpol in a way, you know, by forging and kind of sneaking her way into that. But how is this connected to Rajan? Like you said, she's her, or is the daughter to Rajan. Well, here's how it goes. One, simply, I guess that is her father. well, he's supposed to be a tiger, she's supposed to be a white tiger. Okay, I can kind of see the similarities, I can kind of see it, even though she looks more pinkish. But the whole point of the game, you can kind of craft your own little theories and everything. If she's meant to be the daughter of Rajan, and the Claw Gang have their obsession with clockwork and everything, you can kind of tie into that. Now, even Arpeggio's kind of spelling out for you, like, why do we want clockwork back? Why are we going to use all this stuff here that we have for the big plans in operation? You know, spice, hatred, immortality. I guess you could say, because clockwork for the Cooper clan has always been documented, even Sly says, like, hey, look, you know, the talons for the Thieves Raccoon's entry is known, it's called this, or what did the wings represent? All this stuff. And even Arpeggio's like, hey, do you know why Clockwork hated your family for years? Like, why he was able to live for so long that he did. Hell, even Clockwork spelled it out for you, you know. Revenge is the prime ingredient, the fountain of youth. I kept myself alive for 100 years with a steady diet of jealousy and hatred. But then you do start to wonder, who the hell is this guy? Where did he come from? Why does he hate your clan so much? I got even Sly's like, if you knew about my father, why didn't you let me live? Yada yada yada. But that makes it interesting. So, if you kind of devise your own theories and everything, you could say, potentially, even like one video that I did watch, stated, what if they just kept talking about Clockwork for so long? And even after, you know, Carmelita gets back and is like, you know, get these parts out of here. This thing that killed Sly Cooper's family is dead. Get the parts out of here. We do not need him to come back alive. Well, what if that went around completely? What if all the some of the, you know, your air quote unquote villains of the days, you know, they're so fascinated by? You're kidding me. The guy that took down the Cooper clan, the guy that killed all of them, is now, air quote unquote, dead. So now what do you do? Oh wait, I have to go around the other way. I'm such an idiot. You know, can I go back that far back? Oh, I can. Good. Like, is now dead. It does get you to talk about it. It does make you say, fascinating. Like, how in the world did that happen? Like, you know, fascinating. Like, everybody will want to know, how did this guy die? How did he live? So I think that's something that is interesting. And they talk about. And what if that obsession about clockwork drove Neela to be like, well, guess what? What if I have that? Not Arpeggio, not even Clockwork itself. What if I took that? I think that becomes interesting within its own way. But then again, as Arpeggio said, you know, all the other Claw Gang members were doing their own thing. Dimitri was just printing money. The Contesta had a brilliant idea, and probably the greatest scheme of all time, to take all the criminals' money. Rajan was about pride and money, wealth. Sure, they all helped out with the spice operation, one way or another. Like Rajan was supplying them.
Barrel all charged up. It's time to deliver the payload to that engine.
You know, Rajan was supplying them. Dimitri was making sure people were drinking and eating the stuff. The Contesta was making sure that, hey, the hypothesis is working. We can do this. So that makes it all the more interesting. Hell, Neela, technically speaking, even the writers themselves, they were always hinting at the fact that she knew more was going on. She dropped the Claw Gang the Claw Gangs, without a doubt. She helped Joe with Dimitri of going, I know exactly what to do. Legally speaking, I can't do this, but you can. You know, even helping with the ball. There was always something going on with the ball. And the very fact that she got that photo is always interesting. And again, even for Rajan, it's like, legally speaking, I can't enter. even though you literally can.
That should be the last time anyone puts that engine to use.
Just sneak into stuff. I think Neela is such an interesting character that it is a shame that that backstory of hers was cut out, but also the fact of, okay, but why do the twist of that? I think if we got a better twist that was more subtle, I think it could have worked out. I do like the fact that she does betray Arpeggio in the end, because it makes sense a lot for her character to, again, betray even the mastermind behind everything. Hell, even she's like, did you really think I wasn't gonna betray you? That is kind of wrongdoing for Arpeggio for even trusting Neela even further at that point, but it's like, it's kind of like everyone's saying this, you had it coming. But again, it's clockwork. Why would anybody want to bring him back? We get it. And if Arpeggio's backstory was explained a bit better to me, instead of like, you know, this 11th minute backstory, it would have been great. But he does drop big hints, which will eventually be how we could defeat Clockwork in the end. But then again, Clockwork is so fascinating and interesting himself. There's a reason why we call him the best villain for Sly Cooper, next to, guess what, Dr. M.
Happy to have you along, Bentley. Okay, you should take your position. It's not gonna take me long to lighten these guys of their keys.
You know, jealousy, hatred, you know, the thing about, you know, immortality. I think that's what made Clockwork interesting. He's got an interesting theme. You know, hell, even the final mission in that game, the final level for the entirety of Sly 1 is called A Strange World. You know what? That title does make a whole lot of sense when he keeps talking about, like, Sly Cooper, you destroyed, you got all my gas chamber destroyed, my death ray. You Coopers always find a way to defeat. The fact that he always says always is, again, brilliant. Well, then it's own right, because it's like, wait, always, so obviously he's done this more than once, but the reason why he says you always find a way to beat me does make this the whole realization. He doesn't do it once. He hasn't been defeated. He's been alive for so long that it's just amazing. Being that this is the first time he's been foiled. He's been foiled many times. But in the end, he's always defeated Coopers. But then again, he calls you, you're the weakest Cooper I've ever met. It is, to me, is fascinating. Is fascinating for a character. Why is Clockwork such a great villain? It's everything I mentioned. The fact that he's immortal, an owl. You know, turning his normal body into very much a machine-like body. That's kind of metal when you think about it. Even how Sly describes it, it's like, just imagine, you know, replacing your normal body with this, keeps you alive for hundreds of years. But there's a great channel, what's it called, Horror Theory, that this guy wants stuff. He talks about Sly Cooper and the fact that, you know, immortality is both a blessing and a curse. Like, you know, digital, you plays, you know, the more modern stuff that's going on, man. And I think that's why Clockwork is so fascinating. Not only has he been in the shadows, he's known your family for thousands of years. You go to the Sly Cooper for like Easter eggs and all this stuff. You do start to say, what is up with him? Like, you know, there clearly was something up with him, but why all of a sudden, like one day? In fact, hell, I almost want to say this is my own theory. I don't think Clockwork truly started off as a great horned owl. Huh? Think about it. How is a great horned owl able to one, build all the stuff that he's able to have, live through hundreds of thousands of years? Hell, Steve the Sly is like, he started with, you know, the whole Italian Renaissance. That's how you found in the book. Well, I think the book is one thing, but there's clearly more to that backstory. We'll never know. And I think just keeping up to a mystery is one thing. Hell, even how Arpeggio's like, oh, by the way, we have all this brain. I have this brain about to go into it.
I'm waiting by the engine room door.
Is one thing. And I'll kneel now is in control. For now. But I'll save more of my thoughts for later because I just need something to talk about, and we're almost at the end of the game. We should be proud of ourselves. Now I just gotta get back up there. I'll go. This way.
Okay, Bentley, you're on.
There we go, folks.
Hey, Bentley, I'm looking at these, blueprints, and I think you've got to shoot out all the bolts with your dart gun to get up to the second level. Here's the hard part. Once you shoot a bolt, you'll need to then take out the bulb. Make sure when you shoot a bulb, you then take out the bulb the electricity is going to.
Yeah, this stuff is actually pretty hard, actually. Because you gotta be careful. If not, you'll be like me and be like, I'm an idiot. Let it come around. Let it come around. Let it come around. Let me come around. Booyah.
Set to bounce up to the next level.
Alright, we gotta do it all over.
If I'm reading this right, it looks like you need to bomb those power nodes to get into the control room. Once that door is open, you'll be able to shut this engine down from Take it all the way, buddy. Flip the override switch and this engine is toast.
The override engine.
That's one less engine for that creepy clockla thing to draw power from.
And I think these missions right now, they really truly do highlight the fact that not only you, the players, come the long way, but so has the Cooper gang. Look how we started first, doing simple jobs for simple missions at tutorial levels, to robbing and freaking Clockwork Wings during the ballroom, doing a heist that almost got Sly killed, and Bentley had to rescue the team. You know, it really does highlight exactly not only how far this game has come. There's a reason why it stands the test of times for this reason, and along with many other reasons. And why it's, I like to say that I like to regard it as probably some of the best. And I just died. Wow, I died. Now you're doing like some really cool stuff. These are some really cool missions. And then I'm not so. I wouldn't say the last mission is bad per se. Just that it's a little bit of a. Oh, like I said, if you haven't been getting the abilities, this is the time to get them, because definitely for Bentley and Murray, my God, this would take a little bit too long while you're waiting for some of the stuff to happen. Sly is one thing, because he's meant to do all this cool stuff. Your teammates not so much, but that's why they give you them, so go for it.
That's one of the engines that needs to be disabled. I won't lie to you, Murray. This is going to be a tough job that requires both our skills.
My skills? Okay, Bentley, if you say so.
First, I'll need to hack the stations controlling access to the engine room. Then, Murray, you'll need to head inside and use your muscle to finish the job.
The Murray will be ready to go.
Oh, this is probably the one time I only liked this mini hacking game. Either 1, 2, or 3. Why? Because now it's upgraded. Sweet. Come on. Please don't do this to me now. Here comes the Murray!
Make way for
People
the
on the
Murray!
Murray!
Hey, pal. Looks like you'll need to lift all those giant cylinders. Once they're locked in the up position, you'll be able to take them out from the top level. Heads up, pal. You've got company. level and thunderflop on the giant cylinders. That should finish them off. Perfect. Now, head into the control booth and pull the plug on this thing.
There we go.
Another engine fights the dust.
One more engine, and then the final mission. The final mission. 2 missions, and then the last one. I think I hope you enjoyed this stream so far. Hit the like button, subscribe for more game notes. What's up next to the channel. No, I'm not going away. So I'm gonna finish this tonight. You guys are lucky, this is my childhood game. Make way for the Murray.
Looks like I'm gonna need some help getting into that engine room.
Happy to help.
Bentley tells me that the door to that room is locked down by wall-mounted power stations located throughout this blimp. I'll need you to take out all the power stations and then pry open the door by hand.
No sweat, Sly.
So yeah, we're repeating a little bit of what happened in the early chapters, but that's okay. Right at the end, I'm okay with that. There we go.
door locks are offline. Come on back and pry it open for me.
Where are you? There you are.
Your turn, buddy.
Careful, Sly. This place is packed with laser security. First, you'll need to make your way to the far end of this room. Then jump up to the second level to get at the engine room control center. Alright, the control center is opposite your position in the room. With some well-timed spire jumping, you should be able to get access.
Let me go back.
Control center is opposite your position in the room. Control center is opposite your position in the room. Control center is opposite your position in the room. Alright, the control center is opposite your position in the room. With some well-timed spire jumping, you should be able to get access. That's lights out for this engine.
All the engines are done. How do we get to you-know-who?
And an unexpected windfall, I've been contacted by Inspector Fox over the shortwave radio. She's well aware of the dire situation we all face if Klakla becomes immortal and has agreed to join forces with us so that we can destroy the robotic bird. The only catch is that she's unable to locate this blimp on her radar. To help her hone in on our position, we'll need to boost the strength of 4 local radio towers. Once Inspector Fox is in range, she'll take one of us on board to act as a tail gunner in a dogfight against Klakla. This is it. We don't have time for another plan. We're almost over Paris, and if that hate hypnosis light show goes off, well, you know the story.
pulse so she can home in on the blip. To do that, I'll need you to get on top of 4 very tall towers.
Ooh, here we go.
They're too big to climb and too tall to jump up normally.
What's this all got to do with this thing you've got me wearing?
It's an experimental mega jump pack. By pressing the R2 button, you'll perform a huge jump, so be careful.
All right, sounds like fun.
The mega jump. There we go. There's the opening. Yeah, really? There she is. Clock. I should say.
Aha, it looks like Carmelita has picked up on our signal. She's now headed on an intercept course directly for us.
There we go, the final mission.
chit-chat and get down to business. I need an experienced tail gunner. Jump in and grab the gun. We've got a bird to take down.
That's not flirty chit-chat?
go.
Clockwork! Shooter! Yes! Oh, yeah! Take that, Mila! Get on it, Ringtail! Our chopper's taking damage! Keep at it! We're winning!
Try again.
Mila's not gonna like that! Keep it up! Keep at it! We're winning! Oh, yeah! Great! You've got to stay focused! Take that, Mila! We're getting through! Shoot straight or we're both dead! Nice shooting! That should get her attention. It's clockwork! Shooter! Yes!
Jesus Christ. Forgot how dangerous. Ah, I forgot.
Keep at it! We're winning! Mila's not gonna like that! Oh, some terrific shooting.
Oh boy. She's not done yet.
Sly, we've got a serious problem here. Kalakala's looking mighty upset, and I think she's going to take it out on us.
I'm coming, guys. Hold on.
Now, to be fair, this boss battle,
Sly, I feel really sick.
my problem with Clockla is it's no Strange Reunion. Strange Reunion had the perfect score, the set piece, the music. Here, it's another gunner again, but just done a little worse. But Clockla as a villain, I'll get to my thoughts later because I'm almost done with this game.
Oh no! Help! Please! Someone! I'm hyperventilating! I need a paper bag!
Yep, almost there.
Oh no! We're diving!
You want a piece of me? Don't worry, there's plenty to go around.
You might have a new body, Neela, but you're still the low-down, backstabbing coward we've beaten time and time again. This won't be any different.
Be brave while you can. I might not have the immortality born of pure hate, but I feel some power growing within me.
That's a little bit of a hint for you. Oh, come on, Neil. No, no, no. Don't do this. Well, now we're back in Paris, boys.
We did it.
No.
It's an emotional moment.
Die, insects, die! My hate will smash you.
Watch out. That thing's still kicking.
Clockla mentioned something about a hate chip. It sounded like the source of her power.
If we
No,
remove
she
it,
didn't.
she might stop attacking.
Then let's do a little open head surgery. I'll pry open that beak so that Bentley can go
Something
to town
power
with his
growing
bomb.
inside of her. But the Duffin, the hate chip. Both love it and hate it. But this is also really simple. Watch this. Like, look how simple this is compared to the last time around.
I hate you, Cooper Gang. I will find you in your sleep and I will destroy you. You will never know a moment's peace for the rest of your short, miserable lives. Clockla will know revenge. I am revenge. I am the Alpha and the Omega. Clockla!
Well, is that Neela really saying that? Or is that Clockwork saying that?
I still have my hate shit. You will not defeat me. Never!
Now, I wonder if that's the real Neela at that last moment.
Let's get out of here. She's
Stop
about
standing
to
there, then.
explode. Ah! My glass glasses.
What? Bentley, I'll save you.
First off, your legs weren't even near the mouth. Just saying.
Pick me up. I can't walk.
Come on, Sly, let's get out of here.
And that's the end of Clock Lock. That is the end of the game, folks. Victory. But at what cost?
And there we were.
We were.
At the end of the road.
The road.
The Claw Gang had been defeated, and the clockwork parts lay scattered around in heaps. Yet, despite the explosion, they remained pristine. It was as if nothing could ever hurt them. Carmelita cursed herself for showing up too late to get a few shots in on Clockla. So she took it out on what was close at hand. The hate chip. And just like that, it was over. Without that core piece, that essential center of clockwork, there was nothing left. The parts aged before our eyes as if time had finally caught up with the ancient bird. How ironic that Carmelita, a police officer, would be the one to lift the curse from the Cooper family. The menace of clockwork would never again rise to threaten me or my children. True to her nature, she informed us that we were all under arrest.
Here we go again.
But one look at my
This
gang
ending's
told me
actually
that we
sad.
were in no shape for a fast
Depressing.
getaway. So I offered to
Those
go
are
peacefully in
beautiful,
exchange
poetic.
for letting my friends walk. They'd taken some bruises through all of this, but I was surprised, shocked really, to see them leave their gear behind as they walked away. Their wounds were deeper than I'd imagined. Those guys were hurting. Carmelita's old police unit soon arrived. With me in custody, her name was cleared, and she even got a well-deserved promotion. It was the least I could do. The ride to HQ started with us sitting in silence, trying to read each other's thoughts. As the reality of my capture started to sink in, she began to relax, and we got to talking. We spoke freely about our previous adventures, comparing notes and even getting in a few laughs. Then we started talking about, well, everything. Books, music, art.
Orange is always stealing it.
It was like we were on a first date. She even showed me the bottle she'd been
See,
saving
that's
for the
cute.
special occasion of my arrest. My heart sank when she realized that our short flight across town had already taken 2 hours, a fact I'd kind of clued into after seeing the Eiffel Tower float by 17 times. She went forward to ask the pilot what was up, and it looked like my pals had left me a little going-away present before taking off.
See ya.
Floating away on the night breeze, I could faintly make out Carmelita's voice.
I'll find you, Cooper!
And that's Slide 2, Band of Thieves.
I'll be seeing you soon, Ringtail.
I like that she does not give up, and she's like, I'll see you soon. And this time you get yourself a montage, actually. Where are they now? Alright, so that was Slide 2, one of my favorite games of all time. Definitely needs to be talked about more often because this is actually underrated. You could say the sequel improved upon everything. The score, the art style, the production. What else we got here? The mission design, the level designs. Bosses? Because the original game, those bosses were pretty easy to beat. These bosses were pretty fun to play. Featuring the voices of Kevin Miller as Sly. Please, Kevin. Matt Olson, great guy. Like Sly came in, I like that he came in. See, I need her back. She was a great Carmelita. And she's also voices Neela. Where are they now? That's what she's doing. Dimitri went to work as a dance instructor on a cruise ship. Rajan owns a series of rugs outlets across North America. There you go. The contestant went on to become the most successful real estate broker the greater Milwaukee area. No. John went on to work for the EPA. And I'm frozen yet again the rescue mission saving baby penguins. That's funny. Oh, and by the way, that literally is it. Remember, small game. A lot of talented people working on it. Okay, that's it. You've seen everything. You won. Nah. I actually did do that back in the day as a kid, because the game told me to go outside. Okay, so what are my initial thoughts on everything? Now that everything's done, I think. You can go back and play the game and do all your collectibles, do the stuff that you need to do if you want to get yourself that, the 100% completion achievement. So let me just turn down the volume for a bit upon everything. Because I'm not collecting clues and bottles, well, technically speaking I am, but I just want everything to be quiet and silent for a bit. Oh yeah, so that's Slide 2, Band of Thieves. It is a game that did surpass the original game in every single way. No, I'm not gonna want to hear any complaints that the original game was pretty much special. It's like playing a Saturday morning cartoon in multiple different episodes of fashions. But again, remember, the mission structure of the first game was pretty simple. Infiltrate a level, play around the sandbox area for just a little bit, and do the, going from point A to point B. You had some vehicle missions here and there. You had to protect Murray on a turn or do his little races that he has to do. And then, fight the boss or dodge Carmelita as she chases you throughout an entire level, which I think that was pretty fun to do. But to be fair, those were the basics. Everybody starts somewhere. The baby steps, as I like to call them. Go to Slide 2 and take all the complaints and issues that fans and critics might have with the original and be like, how do we expand upon this concept of a thief? Like, we're supposed to be a thief. Granted, you increase the guard's health, you expand upon a lot of the different areas of the games, and make this an actual sandbox that we get to explore around. That isn't just one single giant level or a smaller levels going through like you would do in a bunch of other games, but make these actual missions. It's like playing like you're planning out the heist. You're scoping out the area. You need to know exactly what you're going up against and to make that plan. And to me, I like the fact they went in that direction. Every area feels thought out, planned out, and it feels like we're actually a thief trying to avoid being detected. Because once you get detected, it's like, oh, it's almost game over. But you have some ways to avoid it. So I like the fact they did expand on what worked and didn't, and fix the stuff that didn't work. The bosses here are at least interesting. One, because you get to at least know their backstory a bit better than the Slide 2 game, and at least you're always listening in on to a bunch of stuff, what they're doing right now or what you're infiltrating, and I think that's pretty cool. Granted, it's not perfect. I'm not gonna say it's always gonna be perfect because some bosses are just either interesting or they just don't really get to do too much. Like Dimitri gets one level, while the rest of the gangs get two that include Rajan the Contesta and John Bisson. Arpeggio only gets one level, and even then, he's not the main threat, which I'm glad they didn't do that, but this guy should have at least gotten at least a level, or at least a mission where we had to tail him, and he's like, and maybe he spots you, he's like, hey, who are you? Maybe he's trying to play the dumb idiot card, but perhaps he's smart. I always wonder how these guys got their information on every single member of the Claw Gang. I'm like, who is giving their information that Sly can know exactly what to narrate, what to emphasize on, and go like, yeah, that is one thing. Granted, that's always been my issues with some, like, how do they know this stuff? It's just like out in the public. Do people just not care? But whatever. Again, since Arpeggio was like a one and done type villain, and they did pull the rug under you with Neela, even though you can kind of see that coming from a mile away, because I did state and said that there is a backstory to her that it was kind of cut for good reasons, but her being the daughter of Jean does very much sound interesting. It also would kind of make a little bit more sense of why she would hate the clan, because we got her father in jail, or she was willing to betray them. That's one thing. So that's one thing. Again, you can actually look this stuff up like an iceberg or like the scrap ideas with Neela. So if they ever did rematch this game, like please Sucker Punch do it. But like no, we want to move on and like we'll talk that more about when we get to Slide 3. But even then, I still feel like Neela should have got just a little bit more time. Let the betrayal happen more organically and naturally. But then again, it was a cool twist back in the day. But nowadays, I can see that coming from a mile away. That's only because I've beat in this game multiple times as a kid, so I know every like corner of what the twist and what that reveal is going to be like. As a newcomer to fans, you guys all like it. It's pretty cool. It's pretty awesome. Here's the stuff that I don't like about it. The camera can be a problem at times, especially back in the day when this thing wouldn't kind of snap back into place back on the PS2, or if you're playing on the PS3 version, when you're doing the Bentley section for the Contessa, where you have to get the battery acid back. Again, to me as a kid, I felt like, was it always that hard? No, it actually wasn't. But maybe that's just my brain remembering it the wrong way that I had in my head for all those years. So it wasn't that hard. It's more like, I guess I just remembered it the wrong way that I thought it was. So, there's that as well. Are all the heists gonna be really cool? Ah, their setups are very nice. They're cool ideas for the missions, but some of them felt like, well, we didn't really need to do all the extra stuff here and there. So, like the tank mission in this part of the game. Oh, I did not hated it. Didn't really like that level as a kid, even though I could do it perfectly fine as a kid. But even nowadays, I'm like, oh my god, I forgot about the tank mission. The controls were terrible. Aiming felt like a pain because you had to be very precise. If you weren't, it was like womp womp. Too bad. So sad. So it was great. But some of the other stuff does make up for that. Like, some stuff is simple yet basic, like getting the general to the safe house. It makes it much more easier if you have Murray's upgraded abilities to kind of get things done a whole lot quicker. When you do get Slice, the more his more stealthier abilities, so you're not always, slamming guards to the ground. It makes things easier, so you're not always having to be on the lure that crap. I just slammed somebody. Is somebody nearby? There's that. Let's do some. It's not some levels do better with the enemy placements. Others do not. Like again, Rajan's second level. Awaken the Predator will always be my nightmare. I like it's a fun level to get through once you know what you're doing and you know the guard placements. But probably the first time as a kid, again, young little Joker did not have fun in that level. I always hated that level, but nowadays I can tolerate it. Again, I wish Dimitri got a second level, which I have a feeling that would have been the Monica level. Now, you probably heard about the Monica level before being cut for the game, or if you have certain copies of the sleeve for the PS2 version of this game, basically in America, there are some parts covers that showed a Monaco level. Hell, even slides like the gang and I spent a week in Monaco. But then they want to try the car fitting technique and yada yada yada. The rest is history. So I had a feeling where would the Monica level fit? One, I honestly think it would have fit Dimitri because it would have been great to see him use certain monies or different tactics to get out of the way, or perhaps the Monica level could have been an arpeggio level, or it could have just been a bonus level that when you beat the game, these guys would be like, here's what we did in Monaco. But here's the fun thing about that people have found out over the years. Apparently, it is true. The files of the guards that you see in the Cairo level are also the guards for the Monaco level. Huh? And they were programmed. Yeah. Full in the files, fully programmed to, shoot you and chase you down. Those guards were programmed. So why was the Monaco level cut? I don't think we'll ever know. Unless a Sucker Punch really just comes out and said that we didn't know how to make it work or felt like it was taking too much time, but I would have loved to go to Monaco. Again, if they ever do a remaster of the trilogy, I would love to see the Monaco level. Hell, if there's a fan patch out there, Mon, let me know, cause I'll play it on like I want to do it. But there's some really cool stuff in here. Better mission designs. Hell, this thing is back for the PS2, and you're on the PS4, PS5 right now. It still looks great. These levels have a lot of love and flavor to them. They don't feel like, oh, this is just a reskin on this level or that level, or sometimes we're using the same music a bit too many times. But there's a style, a love, and labor to all this. Hell, I love this level a lot because you get to see a war happen. A war happen right between Neela's forces of the mercenaries and the Contessa, and I love that so much. I miss the hideout, but it's always going to be so cool of just jumping into the van with Sly, taking off, and be like Sly 2, Band of Thieves. It's nice to have the theater moment back, so I feel like that's a great way to just revisit past memories and be like, man, we came a long, long, long way with these 8 episodes. They're great. Granted, not all the clockwork parts will be they that we did get or used. Like again, why do Rajongs have a stomach and lungs? Obviously, the ship spice operation. Dimitri had the feathers for printing. Rajan had the wings for display and power, and of course the heart for spice. The Contessa had the eyes, which I think that was actually pretty cool to have actually. But I have to say, it does make you wonder what they were all doing with it, or what would be Arpeggio's real goal and intentions that had to came out here. Neela's twist at the end, it feels better now that I am looking back on and explain things a bit more, but it still feels like they either wanted to do Arpeggio or felt like Neela would have been the better villain to do it. So I don't know how it would have worked out in the end, but it's like it's okay, alright. I wish Arpeggio did get a level that we could see him as a villain actually do stuff, because we're on his blimp. That should have been his base of operations, but gotta give it to Neela. That's okay. But also at the same time, it's Clockwork. It's Neela. But at the same time, is Neela really in control of Clockwork, or was Clockwork finally waking up, going, uh, "You a foolish little girl"? Like, thanks to you, I get to live again. And that's why I want to say perhaps the real Neela slowly came out. Like, slowly. Like, she slowly realized, oh crap, what did I do? I really just screwed myself over with literally the guy who killed Sly's family and his ancestors, and I just made the biggest mistake of my life. So, to that, I kind of want to say that I think she was fighting it last second and finally came to her senses and be like, here's that little hint for you. I know she said that she has a hate chip. Not really. She just said that she felt like some power coming over her. And you gotta remember, this is a guy who, for the better or the for worse, for how you want to, viewpoint and everything, you know, you know, you know, took away his normal body, replaced it with all metal machine parts. It's actually pretty badass, pretty cool. But the fact that he's alive for so many years, so many decades, You knew the ancestors one way or one form, but then again, you had that thievish raccoonus. What was she really gonna do? She wasn't really gonna do anything once she got Clockwork. I think Clockwork, even if it was in Paris, living hatred for many years to come or days to come, would have just said, would probably would have just taken over right away and just killed the poor girl's mind, and she would have been lost forever. I think that's the last thing I want to say about that, because Clockwork is still such a cool villain. It's just that Clockla doesn't get the time that she's needed. It's the end, so you have to end the boss sooner than later. So I get that completely. It Clockla has the right ideas. It's just too little, too late. The game's about to end. Like again, if we need a villain, did it need to be Clockwork? No. But here's the thing about the ending. Why I say it's both sad and poetic. Sad because the Cooper gang is going to break up, and then you start Sly 3 and everything. But it's also interesting because Sly, for the most part, has been thinking about himself and the gang. I'm like, we need to stop Clockwork immediately. He cannot come back because if you play Sly 1, you obviously know the reason why. Because this guy's a killer. He killed your clan and family, and all your members, one way or another. Even if they defeated him, he just came back and probably either one killed them or they just died of old age. But the most important thing I think he needs to realize is this. At the end, he does say, children. Me or my children. It's poetic because, here's the thing. If Sly destroyed the hate chip, I think it would just came back. I think it would have just came back. MacGuffin. But the fact that Carmelia destroys it is one thing. Well, there was a hatred towards Clockwork for her. It wasn't really that full-blown hate. She just hated that she got captured. She hated the fact that she was used to, one, lure Sly into a trap, and that's why they team up at the end to kill Clockwork in the end. At least to destroy him. But here's the thing. She had a hatred for Neela, not Clockwork. It's interesting that a police officer is the one to save, as we said, the Cooper family. And I think that's interesting. That's pretty cool. Unique. Normally, these guys, like Sly would say, we're on the run from the cops, the law. That's all that shebang. It's the officer who finally saves them. Remember, Clockwork always says, you Coopers always found a way to defeat me. Always. So that was you, that kind of shows you one thing or another. The Coopers always escape through the help of their friends or their allies. Sly is probably the first one, at least we know, that's been documented to say the least, that got help from a police officer. No one else probably would have, again, gotten help from police. It's always there for other friends and allies. So I think that's interesting. But the whole thing at the end of the day is Clock was defeated, Bentley's injured, Carmelita's got her job back, and all is right with the world. That is until he meets a guy named McSweeney. And he tells him all about, oh, you think your legacy is just the thievish raccoonus and that cane of yours? No. There's more. So that brings us to what my final thoughts is like too. I'll give it a 9. I like this. Or you could say most likely it's a good high 8, but it's a freaking great game. If you haven't played Sly 2, go play it. You get yourself a lot of fun missions, really cool sandboxes. Even the missions are short and sweet to the point. Guess what? It's a lot of fun. Sure, the sandboxes aren't all that big, but they're pretty fun. Sure, Jack 2's were bigger and better because Night Dog and they knew how to use their engine way better, and even how they had it back in the day, which is pretty cool and badass. But guess what? This game holds up strong. Great art style, visuals, the music, the mission. The voice cast is pretty much spot on for all the characters, both heroes and villains and allies and betrayers. They're all cool. They're all great. Play this game. Granted, the last boss isn't all that fun because it's just redoing Sly 1, but it's a pretty good ending. and I like the ending, and it ties you all in to what we'll play next time around, Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. So, I don't know why they called Sly 2 Band of Thieves. Like, I think I got the idea, but it was a band of thieves banded together. But now there will be honor among them. And Sly 3 is really about what is your legacy left behind. Think about that. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you very much for joining. Hit the like button, subscribe for more. We'll see you later.